It's the Vegas Toy SquadCast, starring Vegas Toy Squad.
Guess what? We're back. Welcome, everyone, to episode 20 of Vegas Toy Squad.
Don't just say episode 20 like it's nothing.
Well, it's not nothing. It's something.
Say episode 20.
Episode 20. Or should I have injected a...
we got a
live studio audience.
There's going to be sound effect there.
We've upgraded.
Oh, no. Someone has a toy.
Yeah, ease off. We're going to add sound effects in post. It'll be a big to-do.
Okay, all right.
And balloons, like when you click like, or when you do celebrate on Facebook and the balloons all fly up.
We'll just have to do a recording of the... And then you can do it that way.
I have
one.
one.
You have... Oh, look at that.
I just got one just now.
Magic.
Come on.
Sorry.
Anyway, we are happy to be back. I'm Rick.
I'm Frank.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Patti.
Yay. We are Vegas Toy Squad, and this is the first SquadCast of 2019, the brand new year.
Amen.
We're all very excited to be here.
Brand new squad. Oh, wait, it's just us.
Frank's still here.
Just us.
Hope you enjoyed our last episode where we went to
Yeah.
Frankenson.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a diversion for us
Uh-huh.
to do a video episode.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. So we got more ideas for
Field trips.
field trips and episodes like that. So hopefully you enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
It was fun. It would be nice to go back to Frankenson's again.
Return to freaking.
There's
more
only
time.
only one booth I won't go back to.
It shall remain nameless.
I'm pretty sure they know if they watch the episode.
I don't think they do.
Yeah.
That was our one.
Yeah, we
thumbs
got
down.
one thumbs down on the last
Hey, come on,
episode,
people.
so, man.
Why give somebody a thumbs down?
I know.
That
Like,
ain't
Let
just
it go.
just
Let
move
it go.
on. Just move on to the next
I think it was the people from that
YouTube
booth.
video. Maybe in our reality. That's who it was. That's who I
We'll
picture.
make it.
That's who I picture when I see the thumbs down.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anyways, we don't care. We're gonna keep going anyways, right?
That's right, because we got a lot to talk
I
about.
don't care if we get all thumbs down.
Whoa.
We're gonna keep plugging away.
That's right. Perseverance, people. But we got a lot to talk about with the new year, and then we did take a little break from recording, and in that break time, there was a lot that came out, a lot of movies that came out, a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
comics that came out, a lot
We
of
better get cracking.
toys. So, what you guys got?
A lot. I don't know where to start though. I mean, well, since we're on Frankenson, I picked up a Mogwai there for Rick's Christmas party. I had to sneak it in there because I don't want to know what my
Costume was
Christmas
going to
costume was.
If
These things are
you're
dangerous, too.
listening, this is a really good looking.
It's a good Mogwai because no, easy, bro.
Hey!
Don't pour water on the Mogwai. See, he don't like it either. It's a happy Mogwai.
be the song.
Love it.
Yeah. Creepy.
Absolutely love it.
Hey,
That's
it worked
right.
out great for my Christmas
Look who it's
costume.
from.
It's a NECA.
That we got it from the
Yeah.
NECA booth.
That's right.
Wow.
Yep. Those
Yep.
are cool.
I got that. And then
Wait, if you got that at Frankenson, why didn't you show it at the...
because it was a secret. It was
Oh,
part
yeah,
of the, it was a
that's
costume.
You
The
couldn't, that's right.
Christmas party came after that episode.
That would've been
so
a
I couldn't,
spoiler.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't want to
the
spoil it
party.
for you guys.
Spoiler for the party.
What else you got, Frank? You
Well,
got a bunch of crap down here.
I sure do. I sure do.
Holy
I
mackerel.
went to the swap meet here in Las Vegas, Broadacres here, and I picked up quite a few Lego sets
Wow.
for a very good price. As you can see, the boxes are all beat to,
If you can see.
if you can see, they're
Let's
beat to all
describe
get
that.
out. But
Describe that. What are you holding?
this is right now. I'm holding one of the Jurassic World sets. It's the Dilophosaurus outpost attack. So there's like Dilophosaurus just wreaking havoc, and it's got fences you can build and just little things. And
It's a cool little set.
yeah, my nephews love to build this stuff, so I
Now that's
like to have sets to build and they can actually play with. And so
that's taped. Do you trust that?
I do actually. The guy I bought from him before. And he's got all of his sets he goes through to make sure all the bags are sealed, make sure they're all in there. So
All right.
he can sell them at a higher price if they are. If not, he'll sell them and tell you there's no
Oh, okay.
parts are in
Pieces
So
there.
you know the seller then. That's
Yes,
cool.
yes I do.
Jurassic
Those
World.
are the Lego sets that fell off the back of the truck.
Yes, fell. I don't know how.
No, actually, I believe how he gets them is these are the ones that they return or something like that.
Well, no,
he told the story.
these are the ones they
once or
can't
something.
sell. They can't
Yeah.
sell them because
the boxes
the boxes
like
are
Lego.
beat up.
Or when
Walmart.
they go to a retail. Oh, Walmart.
Actually,
okay.
Walmart is actually the ones that the ones that the seller I go to. He told me it is Walmart that they go to.
So you got a guy?
I gotta.
He's got a guy.
Kind of.
For your Lego fix.
Kind of.
Many guys.
I know where this guy's located. He's not exactly my guy. I've just bought from him like 3 times. And then I got another Jurassic Park set, and it's this one's like a junior set. So this is
bigger blocks.
well, it's just
Simpler
It's simpler.
construction.
Yes,
Oh,
it's simpler
okay.
construction. Like the car will have a car frame
Instead of
instead of building the
being
car.
made of 50 bricks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it's just easier, and like I
That's
said,
cute.
I have a lot of nephews and that like to build. And then the other one I got a Star Wars
Just the Advent?
Advent calendar.
It is, yeah.
And,
I really like
Is
this.
this the current one?
Yes,
This year's?
this is the one from this year, so I will be probably building it next year. I got it because there's so many tiny mini builds, and it just looks like so much fun to build.
24 of them.
Yeah, 24 to be exact. And then
I
the
bought
last
one of those once at Comic-Con, and I was so bummed because it was a Comic-Con exclusive. So I bought it at Comic-Con, and then, of course, I got back, and come September, October, the Comic-Con exclusive was now released to the public. So
Oh, come on.
I was like, really? This was a Comic-Con exclusive and not anymore now? It's like,
Did you
so.
have to pay a lot?
No, I mean, it was a normal price
Okay.
that it was.
That's the thing.
at
If you can
anything,
get them
so-
at the con, they're usually a decent price. It's getting them
Yeah.
after the con that the price goes up.
Right.
For the con exclusive.
Right.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
I mean,
I
there was
did
a...
have to wait in a long line.
Well, yeah. Because there was a Celebration exclusive one. I think it was the Death Star Escape or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Han and Luke in Stormtrooper costume.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's like a poly bag.
no, it was in a box.
No, it was a
Oh,
box.
what?
But it was-
yeah,
it was a little one.
but it was cool.
Yeah, it was like
it
a
was a movie moment thing.
$15 box or whatever, right? You probably paid $15 or $20 for it at
Right.
the convention, and then
Yeah.
it was selling for $200 on
Yeah.
eBay.
Jeez.
And it's a cool little set, but
Yeah, those exclusive minifigs that they have. I mean, a lot of them it's by luck of the draw, and you get them for free. But then you spend hundreds of dollars if you want them.
right.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Also, speaking crazy,
This
was a huge find for me.
Holy moly!
So for those of you that can't see, it is the Millennium Falcon from the new movie Solo.
the Lando Millennium.
The Lando, yes, the Lando Millennium Falcon that has the escape pod in the front.
Nice.
And normally it's about $175.
It's a $169 set.
Yeah. I got it for a lot less than that.
Wow, cool.
A lot less.
Don't tell them because you might want to sell it when we do our ToyCon convention.
I don't know. For the price I got it for, I really want to build it.
You can. You can build it and then you can still sell
And I
it.
can still sell it.
Would you sell it built?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
People
a-
might want it, but they don't want to take 3 months to
Well,
build.
I mean, again, not to beat a dead horse, but look at Harry Potter.
Yeah.
We did the whole Harry Potter castle, and then I also had the Star Wars Star Destroyer,
That's
and
true.
that was built, and I got that super cheap, and I unloaded that for $100. So that was-
Wow. All right,
So-
well, maybe I'll consider that.
The figures that are in a set like this, is this the only place you can get them? Or are these like figures you can get elsewhere?
These are they only come with the sets, I believe. I mean, every once in a while. you'll
The
get,
Chewbacca, I
the
think,
Chewbacca,
is-
I think, is in another set.
Yeah.
And maybe
no,
the
you know
Han.
what? Because this is the double.
Oh, he's got the double
He's got the
bandolier.
double bandolier. Yeah.
And but most of the time, it's just exclusive to that set.
Yeah. Nice
yeah.
score.
That was very cool.
We got to make
Nice.
another. I think we should do a video broadcast,
broadcast
from
from-
Broadacre.
I think we should definitely do that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
And maybe there's the other swap meet, the indoor. Broadacres is the outdoor swap meet,
Yes.
and then we have Fantastic, which is the indoor swap meet.
Do you know if we would be allowed to record in there?
Broadacre shouldn't be a problem at all.
Yeah.
But I would say they pretty much do. I mean, there's a guy with the monkey, so.
Well, there was.
Hey, if they'll let a monkey in there, they'll let a guy with a camera.
I've been informed that I think the gentleman passed away.
Aww.
Oh.
But
He was like a staple.
A moment
I
of
know.
silence.
Oh, that is sad.
I'll,
That was cool.
I'll drink to that.
Even if they won't let us film, we'll go guerrilla, like we did at Frankenson.
Hey,
Yeah.
there were still no signs.
Yeah, we were pretty. There
was
was
no
no signs. I don't know if I should bring up the last thing now or later.
Now.
All right.
So big.
Oh my god.
It is kind of big.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
We need the holy reveal music.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my god.
Sounds like a transformer.
well, it's the Infinity Gauntlet.
Wow.
It makes all these sounds when you move it, and
How big he would be.
yeah, that's what they went. That's what they were going for.
Yeah.
Life size.
Wow.
And it's kind of funny because it's like a puppet show. You have to.
You just flipped us off. Sorry.
Yeah,
If
that wasn't
If
not
you're
intentional.
watching, I'm going to apologize on behalf of VTS.
I apologize for nothing. But it's like a puppet show where you can't actually make a fist on the inside. There's like rings. Like
You pull the rings?
Yeah, it's on your left hand and
Oh, I see.
make,
Oh, no,
make a
it's broken.
fist.
Yeah, you're not putting your finger up inside anything. Excuse my language, but you're controlling it like a puppeteer.
It's gone south.
Oh, wow. I gotcha.
So yeah,
Hey,
that's
don't do you
that's
just-
actually not that easy to do. You have to be sort of coordinated.
Well, you've done it.
That's fun though. That's really cool, man.
It is pretty neat.
Can you take the stones out?
No,
No.
you can't.
Oh man.
I was
Can
a
you
little
snap your
disappointed.
fingers?
Nope, I tried as much as you can. You can't even make it look like it either.
Oh, that would be...
Check it out, Rick.
Poor vision.
Is it
I know.
pretty heavy?
It's all for nothing.
Yeah,
It is kind of heavy.
pretty weighty. Like
I
yeah,
let
you get tired of.
my brother-in-law Brian hold it, and he was having
It's
trouble
all warm
holding it up.
inside.
Hey,
Is it moist?
No.
Rob was excited.
Where's the thumb?
It's down there. You gotta like extend.
Oh, there it is.
Why does it sound like a slot machine when...
We're in Vegas, baby.
Because anything's possible.
Yeah. What?
Holy
What's that
cow, make a
noise? That's
fist.
the
It's like
metal.
that metal, like when he's making
Ah.
it. Yeah. To make a fist, you're just like literally your hands like this.
Wow.
I should take this to karate class and do the punches. Come on, rotate.
I would imagine it'd get heavy at some
You
point.
would think so. That's pretty cool.
It's also got a cool little feature on here when you do make a fist
It's awesome when you
that you can put it on display.
slap someone.
But here, let me show you. Like once you make this fist, if I can get it, then
You can lock it
Oh,
in.
you can
It
lock
locks
it in
it in
place. Look at that.
And if you want to change reality or do whatever,
Careful, bro.
Frank,
Oh no!
Isn't that the sound that Django
You just got rid of
Fett's-
half our listeners.
okay, well, so now we have two.
I love the positivity
bad.
of you guys.
Hey, I'm
guys.
just being honest. That's pretty much all I have for display here.
That's nice.
But it was
Yeah.
a pretty big haul over there, holiday
So
season.
if you are listening, you do need to tune in to see some of these sets.
We're gonna have the grand opening of the Frank Batista Toy Museum soon because he's gone from
I actually bought a lot of shelves.
I saw that. Yes. Your wife showed me. The shelves look cool though.
They do.
Floating shelves. It
They
was
are
nice.
floating.
That's cool. Very nice.
Durée de Kessel. That's what.
See, you're not the only one that knows French, Rick.
There you go. Beautiful.
Is
Papa
that
Robbie does
now?
too.
That's the ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
Yeah,
right?
from the movie.
That
Very
particular
nice.
one.
It's a replica of the one.
It's not the actual one.
It's just a tribute.
It's just a tribute. That was good.
Nice. Points.
So,
Yes, for sure.
if you are watching, you see a cool-looking headset on the table. If you're not, you can just dream about it.
Cosplaying Tron or what?
This is yes.
Sort of. Yes.
Santa Claus brought us a
Cinderclaw.
PlayStation virtual reality
Ooh.
kit.
Whoa, you must
The
have been really
system.
good this year.
Well, you know.
He picked it up at Target for
He gave it to Patti,
a good
didn't he?
price.
You picked it up. Target for-
He gave it to Patty, didn't
So
he?
it was a family gift.
Oh, okay.
So this stuff is seriously cool.
Why are you laughing?
Because he said it's a family gift, and in my head, my family gift was just a box of smash-up cards that I bought for the family because we like smash-ups.
We've upgraded. Usually family gifts are like some kind of board game or card game.
Okay, that makes me feel better. Okay.
And then this year, Santa said, holy crap, you guys are getting a real upgrade.
Because he knew I wanted so bad.
Yeah.
So
Santa's one of our listeners.
yeah,
We've talked about it several times.
It on one of our December podcasts.
Shout out to Chris Kringle.
he heard how much we enjoyed the Void VR experience, and he's like, "You should be able to do this in your home
and not have to pay." Oh, very
right?
good.
Not have to pay. It was actually the cost of just about 4 entries into the.
Then that's worth it. Well, plus you said you got games with it, and then
Yeah,
there's other games
so
and
the
stuff.
bundle that we got that Santa got at Target had it was $200, and it came with 2 great games. Now the games are usually like $60 a piece, and it came with Moss, which they're both little like kind of god games where you play like this kind of god figure and you control a little character in the game. So the first game is Moss, and it's like a kind of a medieval thing, and you control this little mouse guy. It's super cute, and everywhere you look, it's just leaves and flora and fauna, and it's really cool.
Very cool.
And then the other one is Astrobot Rescue or something.
Astrobot.
Yeah. So you go around. You have to go through. It's almost like Mario, like a platformer, only it's 3-dimensional, and you can jump and travel across. High wires and stuff, and you're trying to rescue little baby robot things.
Yeah.
So
Yes, rescue mission.
but it's very cool, very
That's
fun.
awesome.
And there's a Star Wars mission that's part of the Battlefront. Battlefront?
Yes,
Yeah,
Battlefront, the first
one,
Battlefront.
The very first Battlefront. If you own that, you can download a free VR mission where you actually get to fly an X-wing. And it's super cool. It's
Nice.
really the closest thing you can get to flying an X-wing.
One of our daughters actually got nauseous and had to stop because she was like going upside down in her,
Oh yeah, and the VR thing.
in
Yeah.
her
And the X-wing. You're in an
X-wing,
X-wing,
in her
in
X-wing,
the cockpit.
and in her cockpit,
Yeah.
and she just had to stop. So it was that realistic.
It's really, it's very for the home experience for a relatively, affordable price.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the other 2 things, I think there's the Oculus and the Vive or something like that, and they're like $500, and you have to plug them into your computer, I think. This thing you plug into your PlayStation, which you're already using for, for playing games. And,
How long's the cord for that thing? Is it long or is it?
it's long, yeah. It's
because you have to be 5 to 7 feet.
Yeah,
from
you have
the
to stay
camera.
within-
Oh, so you have to be close to.
5 to 7 feet of
Through
the
the
camera.
PlayStation.
And there's often opportunities to get up and sort of move around within a reasonable amount in front of the television. But you're going to want to move because you can literally lean forward and look. And for some, like in the Astrobot rescue mission, sometimes when you're manipulating your little robot, you can't see where he went unless you either get up and look or
you gotta
lean.
look around corners and stuff.
You know? Otherwise you can't see where he's at. But if you move, you can.
Yeah.
You know?
I was playing a game called
Very cool.
London Heist earlier, where you're at like a kind of a desktop, and guys are coming at you shooting, but you're hiding. So you're hiding from these guys when they come walking by. If you actually like can hide under the desk, and if you look under the desk, you can see like
See the legs
their
and stuff?
feet and stuff. It's
Oh,
Did
It's
you try
incredible.
shooting at them? You can shoot at them under
no,
there.
I didn't try
I did
that.
that.
Look at that.
I mean,
Because
like
I was a coward.
you can stand up and like look around you and look under things, and it's nuts.
Wow.
It's really
Sounds
a
nuts.
cool
We
experience.
did
Very
an
cool.
ocean encounter where a shark comes at you, and of course you're in a little cage, and you're going under and deeper, and I started to feel like I was getting claustrophobic or something. I just started to feel like this rush, and I kept saying, I know I'm in my house, I know I'm in my house, but it just was really messing with us.
Oh wow, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And we have a few
Very
horror
nice.
games too that
Oh man.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking as we were talking, I might because I've recorded Patti a couple times
God.
playing these things and during very stressful moments. So maybe I'll insert a little bit of
I
footage.
would love to see that.
Thank you, America. Oh God, no. Oh God! I feel nauseous. Oh God! No! Oh God!
Don't break it. Don't break it.
I thought you guys would share the good story about the Nerf.
Oh, yeah. So the very first night that we played it, I was playing Doom.
Oh, you're playing Doom VFR, yeah.
Right. And I was having a blast. It was a little stressful, but I was really enjoying it. And I had just met my first boss. And I'm trying to take him down. And I'm real serious. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, all of these Nerf darts start hitting me. And so I freaked out. And of course, one of them was recording it. But basically, all three of them hit me with Nerf guns right then. And so then, yeah, that was my first night.
2, 3. You have no idea. Like, you're totally, with the headphones in and the
everything.
thing on, you're in a world.
Yeah, that's
So,
cool.
yeah. You'd be walking across like a tightrope kind of thing. And if somebody kind of gives you a little jolt, it scares you. You feel like
Yeah.
you're going to
The
fall.
power of the mind.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The power of the mind is just insane.
funny.
So
If you have a
guys
PSR,
gotta check it out
PS4,
sometime.
For sure.
I recommend
Highly
it.
recommend this system if you have the device and you're interested and you have the funds.
And you can find it on
My
sale, like I
cousin
said.
said.
This bundle with the VR, the camera, the helmet, and 2 games was $200 at Target.
Wow, that's awesome.
But it's a
It's
lot.
really not
but
that-
for the
yeah.
experience, what you get, it's really
Right.
It's really
That's what my cousin said. The future is now. He goes, it's here.
yeah.
And this is like,
That's crazy.
again, last year, so I imagine there's more stuff out.
Oh yeah, imagine
Yeah.
what's
But there was there now. Like,
Yeah.
this is mostly sample stuff, so.
right.
Well, Nick was showing me because he really wants to try that. I don't know. I forgot the name of the game, but the one where you play pretty much underwater the whole time. Aqua something it's called. I saw it at Target the other day. But,
Okay.
For the PlayStation.
Yeah, and it's for the VR too.
Huh.
So it's we just recently got back into gaming. So
Yeah.
yeah, we went down that road again.
Dare we say the RH?
You can only say that, but I don't think
No, I'm saving that one for later.
Yeah.
Because that one comes. There's actually a reason I'm saving that one for later. But I consider myself a cheap gamer, and
Yeah.
I realized how stupid this is. Because for other things, like I don't mind spending full price for an album because I'm a musician and and all that, and I don't mind spending full price for a DVD because I know the work that goes into it. So I don't know why I don't have that same mindset for video games. But for video games, I'm like, I am not spending $60 for a video game. I'll wait a year and I'll get it on sale. And I know that's ridiculous, but I don't know. That's just how I am. So,
We all have our thing.
Yeah.
so I just got 3 really awesome games, but they're super old. So we just got Injustice 2 because I loved Injustice 1. And then we got Gravity Zero Dawn. Nick's been playing that.
I know what you're talking
That
about.
one is ridiculous. Oh my goodness.
Are
I
these like
saw the
war
previous work.
games?
Well,
or
this
are
one
they
is
zombie?
it's an open world game,
In-
and you're
in
kind of like
gravity?
a cross between like a caveman and a Native American type character, and you're hunting these animal
Dinosaur
machines.
Robots. Like,
Yeah, they're robot animal machines.
Yeah.
And there's so many different elements to this game. Nick was telling me today that he looked up online. It took him 6 years to develop the game because there's so many different elements. And then I started playing my Batman Arkham Knight because I played all of the Batman games, Arkham City, Batman Arkham Asylum. What was the other one? I don't know. There was 3 of them, and then so
Asylum, Nights and City, right?
Yeah, Asylum City. There was one in between where they kind of went back to the beginning
Right.
or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so we just started playing games again. So now Nick, since he's heard you talk about the VR, I think that's kind of got him interested in the VR.
You
a
guys
little
got to
bit.
come check it out. There is a Batman VR game. We were
Yeah, it's
looking at
Arkham
it.
VR.
Oh,
We
that would be
considered
cool.
it the other day.
That would be fun.
I read reviews of it, and they said there's like hardly any action.
It's mostly puzzle
It's like an
solving.
escape room, basically.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
you get to be Batman and then like
Yeah, try and
find your way out of somewhere or
Oh,
something.
Hey,
So
okay.
if
it's,
you can't be anyone else,
Yeah,
Yeah.
be Batman.
I mean, but it's not supposed to be like a great
No.
action game.
So we
But,
passed on it.
Yeah.
So you said it comes with this, the motion sensors, and the camera?
Well, the motion you can buy a kit that comes with the Move controllers.
Right.
Those are not necessary to the experience, and we actually had them from the
Right.
PS3. They only make one set of Move controllers, and they came out with the PS3. So it's actually older technology that you use with the PS4. But the kit that we bought came with the camera, the headset, and the 2 games.
Okay.
And we had the controllers ourselves. You can buy the motion controllers used.
Yeah, you could probably get them for cheaper.
But
And then different ones come with different starter games. Did you already say that?
yeah, like the one we bought came with 2 full games, the
Yeah.
Astrobot thing and Moss, and both
Nice.
great games. And and there's a ton of free. Like you go to the PlayStation Store and there's like a ton of free demos and free like little games you can download. There's just a wealth of stuff out there for it. So and there's only going to be more. I mean, I obviously they're going to do lightsaber things with Star Wars and hopefully a full.
Isn't that Vader thing coming out for it?
Yeah, I thought you said there was a Vader game.
I'm almost positive. Like there's
maybe,
talk
I
of
don't
this
know.
like Vader, like fully inclusive thing.
I haven't heard of it, but
And did you look at Did you watch a movie yet in it?
no.
Oh, I'm dying to see like what it looks like. I just told it like sitting in an IMAX theater by yourself.
Yeah.
Now, what I don't understand is I can't see crap unless it's like 4 feet away from my eyes. How do I see a screen? How do I focus on a screen that's like 3 inches from my
that's right
eyes?
there. I don't know.
Literally, I can't see a thing unless I hold it out to here. But yet you put that up and you get it, and it comes right in focus.
It's
And
Clear as day.
it's the illusion of something
guess
far
so,
away,
yeah.
but it's still right there up against your eye. It's
Yeah,
weird how they
that's
do
crazy.
that. But
They're just beaming it in.
Crazy tech.
yeah, it's probably supplanting my brain with all kinds of new neurons.
Very
I
nice.
don't know,
Oh,
but it is fun.
Too crazy.
And we saw a lot of movies and some movie trailers and some cool stuff, but maybe we'll talk about that when we
Sure.
move
cool.
along a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't really bring much. Most of my stuff I was excited because of the comics that came out in the short little break. We got, finally, Conan is back home.
Conan's back.
Conan is back with Marvel Comics. So issue 1 came out just last week.
Oh,
if
wow.
you haven't gotten it yet.
So it's a whole new storyline?
Well,
or
no,
what?
and what's cool about this book is they explain, the history of Conan. I didn't realize he actually came out, his first story was like in the 30s. In a small novella or a short story.
I didn't know.
Or maybe it was 28. I don't know. I have to look now. But I know it was a while ago. And the first Conan Marvel comic came out in 1970. And then he was with Marvel for, I believe, up to, let's see, this is for 275 issues.
Wow.
And they also had, I think, 3 or 4 different offshoot series from that. So what Marvel does now is they start whenever there's a new story arc or something, they start with a new number 1. But then underneath they have what's called the legacy number.
Oh.
So this is actually the 276th issue of Conan that Marvel's published, but it's number 1. They're paying homage to all of the old history, but it's brand new for any reader. It's accessible for anyone to come on board. And what's neat about it too is in the back, for the last 3 pages, they've got a never published before Conan short story that they found that they're publishing over the next few issues in the back.
Wow.
So that's kind of cool. And Savage Sword of Conan starts next month.
Ooh.
So
A separate
separate title.
run?
Yeah,
So
separate title.
Conan's going to have 2 Conan.
He's actually going to have 3. There's going to be a 3rd one that's coming out too as well. So
Oh, wow.
I love the art on that. It's
I know,
real,
it's very-
like Frazetta-esque.
that's what I was saying. The inside is really cool too. If you want to.
Now, is this going to be like the 3 story arcs? Are these 3 separate stories?
No, because they talk
Or
about.
they?
And I think what they're going to do is they're going to talk about Conan during different periods of his life. So they'll just be story arcs, like when
Okay.
he's king, when he's not king.
That's
when
what I
he's
was.
younger.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
if they're just like
so
if they're making a Conan verse. It
What's
seems to be the
cool
trend.
is there's a new Avengers weekly episodic comic that's going to be coming out, and it's actually going to cross over with Conan. So I'm excited because Marvel's got it. So maybe we'll see a decent Conan movie.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll see some Marvel Legends, some new Conan toys. So that would be
Yeah, but
that would be kind of cool.
Isn't Conan comics? Aren't they a little more on the violent side?
Slightly.
And you think Disney's gonna put? I know, but I'm
Look.
just. I know. I'm
If
just.
you're listening,
I know they are. I just trying to put it lightly. And like with Disney taking over, do you think they could do it justice like that?
I don't know.
Like,
Disney's not all princesses anymore, so we'll have to see. We'll have
Disney's
to see.
growing up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
you
they've-
say
They've
that.
branched out. We'll see.
In 2 weeks, it said. They
Yeah,
releasing
that
these
one's-
every 2 weeks?
Yeah, so far that one's going to be a 2-weeker.
Wow. Is it a limited run or it'll go forever?
No, it's ongoing right now.
Because
So, yeah.
if it were limited, I'd buy it and read it. But if it's
Oh.
going to go on forever, I'm like, I can't commit to that.
Well, you can just borrow if you want.
Yes.
That's what Frank
I'll
does.
wait till the
Yeah,
graphic novel.
That's what I do.
The other big
They're
one,
running long.
Ben Grimm got married.
Oh, snap.
Yep, so Fantastic Four, the Thing.
Wow, there's not even a title.
Oh.
There's
Well,
just this black Stan Lee.
'cause-
shirt.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he gives it away.
I wanted to. That's the other reason I brought this one, because this is something that Marvel's done with all of their publications in the last month. Is they've done tributes to Stan Lee. So they've got just the artwork, and then they've got the black banner on top that says Stan Lee 1922 to 2018.
Oh, that's.
And then on the inside, they've got. Shouldn't have taped it. On the inside, it's got, the black. And then a nice little picture of Stan.
Is it the same in every comic?
Yeah,
Okay.
in every book, yeah. And then the pages start
And it
from there.
resumes.
It's a very nice
And then
touch.
it's got one of his soap boxes.
Oh, like a
Oh,
vintage
nice.
soap
Are there
box.
different soapboxes?
I don't think so. I think it's the same one in each one. So, that's cool. Ooh, Doctor Doom's coming back, too.
Oh, damn it.
That's a spoiler. In case you haven't read that yet.
And then these were the comics that I was showing you guys before.
Ooh, oh, that's right. This
This is,
line.
yeah, it's
They're
a
a bunch
new-
of one-shots, right?
Yes, and one comes out every week. So it started 3 weeks ago with Qui-Gon. It's Star Wars Age of Republic. So they're one-shot stories. They kind of fill in the gaps. Like, this is a good one. It's all about Qui-Gon and how he questions the Jedi Order. And there's a pretty good conversation that happens between him and Yoda during that one. Darth Maul and how impatient he is with Darth Sidious and not letting him do anything. And then Obi-Wan. This is a great one, too, because this is a really good story between Obi-Wan and Anakin, and how Anakin kind of confronts Obi-Wan and is like, look, I know you don't want me, and, I'm kind of like the junk that you don't want. And so Obi-Wan has to realize either I'm going to train this kid or I'm not going to train this kid. So pretty interesting stories.
So every book has kind of a big central moment or a kind of a
so far, yeah.
like a conflict between the two main characters or whatever, like
Yeah.
Obi-Wan and Anakin, and Darth Maul and Darth Sidious, and
Yep. Yeah, so far there's, one kind of big, moment like that in there.
That's what it said from what I've read up on all of the... Well, I haven't read the stories yet, but, I read up and that's what they said they're going to do. They're bridging a lot of gaps and
Yeah, they've been
closing
good.
tying up a lot of loose ends.
There's a Django coming out. Yeah, but see, I would like to know.
where's my buzzer?
I want to know, why did he want a clone of himself to raise?
Thank you, Patti.
Because like the Mandalorians, were they not allowed to marry? I mean, we've seen in Star Wars Rebels and Star Wars, there's other Mandalorians. So why was he considered ugly for his race and he couldn't get a mate? I mean,
He was
He
so
was
lonely.
devoted
sorry.
to building his army.
Scarlet Spider.
What
yeah,
happened?
Scarlet Spider
Scarlet
took
Spider
it
would-
to
yeah.
him.
Scarlet Spider took a tumble. That's right. But I'm sure they'll
You're
address
right.
something kind of cool like that.
I never really gave much thought to that.
No, but
Yeah, because he wanted his own child to raise, basically.
Pass on his genes,
I guess.
specifically his.
So you're saying, why didn't he do it the old-fashioned way?
Yeah, why didn't he just get married?
You saw the
to
chicks
another Mandalorian.
on that base. They all had necks 4 feet long. And
Well, they weren't Mandalorians.
Maybe Mando to Mando. Maybe Mando to Mando marriage wasn't allowed.
That could be. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Those intolerant Mandalorians.
Well, somebody's not silenced.
That's me.
That's that one.
Frank.
Sorry.
Man.
Well, I had to turn it up for. I had to turn up for our buttons there.
And then the last thing I brought was this was a fun series. I actually held off when a miniseries that comes out.
Oh, cool.
I usually wait until they all come out and then I read it all at
Oh,
once. So this was actually a crossover, and I actually wasn't excited. They just kind of snuck this one into my box.
Injustice.
So it
Wait
was
a second. Wait a
exactly.
second.
Just hold on there, man. So this is Injustice versus the Masters of the Universe. So Injustice was the video game that we were talking about, which is an alternate world in DC where Superman goes nuts and he takes over the world because the Joker tricked him. If you don't know this by now, it's years ago this has
Yeah,
happened. So
not a spoiler.
not a spoiler. It shouldn't be.
I missed the memo.
The
so-
Joker tricked him into killing his own wife and son, Lois Lane and his son.
Are you serious?
So once Superman found that out, he went nuts and he decided that, it was pretty much Batman's fault because he never took care of the Joker in the first place. So Superman kills the Joker and then takes over the world.
He's like, it's my way or nothing.
Yeah.
My way or the highway, sorry.
It's a great story.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's one of my favorite stories.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, those DC characters are crossing over with Masters of the Universe because they've been trying to dethrone Superman for years.
So is
they
he
can't.
still raging?
Yeah.
So they need He-Man to come in.
So they get He-Man to come in to...
So they're enlisting the
I know
power
it
of
sounds
Grayskull.
ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous,
Yes.
but they actually did a really good job with the story. I was completely surprised because I like you, I was like, oh my god, this is going to be ridiculous. This is going to be a waste of time. But it was actually a fun story. So
We're going to enlist the power of Grayskull.
there's He-Man there, sporting the
What?
power. Sporting the power of
Shazam?
Shazam. Yes.
Shazam and Grayskull? I don't know.
All together, man. And Darkseid comes in. And,
Oh, God.
hey, there's some good stuff in there. There you go.
Oh, that's right up your alley, man.
Oh, my God. That's right.
And,
You're
speaking of toys, if you got the Masters of the Universe toys and the Injustice action figures,
Now you
can play with them together.
Mind blown.
DC has given you permission.
Wow. What a marriage.
It sounds ridiculous, but
It does sound
actually
absolutely
works.
ridiculous.
It worked, and it was pretty
it's
decent. It
piqued
was
my
fun.
interest enough for me to read it, but...
Very, very entertaining. They've done some other ones with Masters of the Universe where they have Masters of the Universe crossover with Thundercats. That one was great.
Yeah.
That one
That
I
was
can
great.
see.
Yeah, that was
I can
super
see
great.
that one.
Yeah, so there's some cool stuff with that. So there's all my stuff. So,
Very cool.
You did get a lot of fun stuff.
just books. I did
I
a
know,
lot of
but
reading.
still.
I did a lot of reading.
This is our PSA for reading.
That's right. Reading does a body good.
The more Rick knows.
Or is that milk? That's milk.
It's reading in
Neither
this
one.
case.
Okay, all right. You mentioned though movies.
Yes.
His eyes lit
we
up.
saw Spider-Man and Aquaman.
Aqua?
Oh, you didn't like? I knew you wouldn't like Aquaman.
Yeah,
I had a
he
feeling.
said that right away.
I gave a
like it.
thumbs down. I'm assuming people are watching, but if you're not
Yeah.
watching, I should have said Spider-Man and Aquaman.
That's why I wore this shirt.
What is that?
Ocean Master from Aquaman.
Okay. Is that Aquaman?
He was the villain from the movie.
He's
Did
the
you watch
main
it?
villain from the movie. Aquaman's
Ocean
brother
Master?
Orm.
Wait.
Tried to take over the entire...
Patrick
Wait.
Ocean
Before this conversation goes on,
yeah, yeah,
further,
spoiler
that guy.
alert.
did you fall asleep during the movie?
Yes.
Okay, well then never mind.
Why did
briefly.
you?
Oh, okay, never
Why
mind
did
then.
you?
Why did I fall asleep?
Yes.
Because all these big action movies put me right to sleep. It's all the CGI effects and all the fighting and the whirling and the smashing. It just all lulls me right into a peaceful slumber.
Okay.
I just had issues with the story and the acting.
We figured you would.
Visually,
Now you've both seen it.
Yeah.
visually, it's awesome. So seeing it on the big screen, and we saw it in DFX, or is that what that is?
I guess
Atmos, or whatever. It was impressive.
that's sound.
So it was sound and sights. It was all
Oh, it was
that.
louder than crap.
Well,
Hey
I
man,
don't know the
there's
crap's
some
that
waves
loud.
crashing.
I mean, it was
Those are loud.
impressive.
You ever been to the beach?
sound-wise.
Yeah, have you ever clapped your hands
Once
into the
or-
water
yeah,
like that?
once or-
Okay, well there you go.
It's loud. Sound travels
Authenticity,
faster
bro.
in water.
Authenticity.
You know, it just fell really short.
I thought the
for me.
casting was terrible.
Really?
Patrick Wilson was, I thought, miscast. I thought
It had
what's her
Django in
name?
it.
Oh, he was the worst.
Well, he was the worst as Django.
He was, at least in a Star Wars movie, you don't have to be
Yeah,
much
you just
of an
have
actor.
to
You just have
put
to
on your
No,
suit
this
and
is
look
Just
cool.
aim and go
Aquaman.
pew, pew.
You don't have to be that much.
I
I didn't
thought-
think he was the worst.
I didn't. Well, my problem was that he was quite obviously trying to disguise his accent. He's,
A Kiwi.
yeah. Well, they don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that slang?
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry.
He's a New Zealander. You don't say that unless you're from there.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought that
yeah.
was just common.
So he's from New Zealand. So he's got a very, like
Yeah,
in, like
strong
in,
in New Zealand
he's
accent.
no good to me, big
Well, how many
Yeah.
Kiwis you think are watching this show?
brother. We just lost. If there were any, we
The
lost.
goal
them.
is that they all are.
I'm just saying, I'm a fan.
I thought he
That
was
was one of the
miscast.
first things that I said to
Nicole
Frank
Kidman.
when we were walking out.
Yeah.
I go, oh, Patti and Rob's not going to like this movie.
Really?
But why? Why'd you think we weren't?
Because
it was dumb?
As a comic book fan, and since I've been reading Aquaman for decades, I was right there the whole time. I knew everything that was going on. Someone who hasn't been that faithful to the character, who hasn't read, they're going to look at the story and they're going to be like, what the hell did they do?
Right, it jumped.
Why is
It
it
jumped
disjointed?
over
Why is
and
this?
over.
Why is he fighting his brother? What's this going like? And to me, it was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So
Well, see, to me, it wasn't so much about story as acting, as people, as effects, just the whole package.
I haven't done my review yet, but that's because I'm like 30 behind. But I was thinking style with no substance. It's all style with no substance, in my opinion. It was very pretty. It's very cool.
I thought I had trouble hearing a lot of the dialogue. Even as loud as it was, it sounded like they were underwater.
Well, because for 2/3 of it, they were.
They tried to make it sound like
Yeah, but so then they I mean, you don't want to try to understand a movie.
they even got the vocal in there to
Okay.
be the double agent.
Two biggest issues. One, the octopus playing the drums.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't like
That
that. That
was-
drove me crazy, too.
That was a little bit
think-
like, what?
I think Rick looked at me and started laughing when I
I
said
believe that was from a Super Friends episode.
I want to be
I think
under the sea.
from the old.
Oh,
old-
really?
Yes.
Okay,
So
well, then that was
I
a
think
nod
that
to
was.
that.
I think I have to double check.
So I'll let that go. But
I could
can
see
you,
it.
Can you find something to justify Mara's flute playing when he boards that ship in like the last third, and she's sitting there going,
oh, but
playing
it
her
was
little
okay when the
thing?
Gelflings did that in Dark Side
Oh.
or in Dark Crystal.
yeah, it worked. Seeing her play that was just
I guess Atlanteans can't play.
stupid.
Well, wait, she's not from Atlantis. She's
Yeah.
from Thebe.
Yeah, she's not from there.
We didn't like the drumming
Oh my
or the
God.
flute playing in this movie.
Oh,
Our
man.
main
That's
criticisms
funny. That's
were
like
all the musical
two
numbers.
4-second scenes, and you're going to base the
Because
entire
they were
movie
laughable.
on those two
no,
4-second scenes.
not the entire. It's just those were laughable moments when we all kind of looked at each other and were just like, like that. It was okay. It was very
there was a
okay.
few scenes that bothered me like that, too, though. When Mira,
I didn't hate it,
like,
surprisingly.
when she's
I
doing, like, the
hate it.
stuff with the water and, like, the dolphins, and she gets
Yeah.
all, like, Little Mermaid on. Then it was like, okay.
But that was her first interaction with the surface world.
Yeah, I just could have done without that. I don't know.
How does this?
She's eating flowers and like making the animals out of water. I just kind of
Again, it was her
about
I know.
first interaction with the
DC.
surface
and that's what she
world.
chooses to do.
Let's just talk DC for just 90 seconds. Richard,
Yes.
DC film-wise, how would you stack this one into that mix?
I liked it. It was, but again,
He's a huge Aquaman
I'm
fan.
a huge. I mean,
Right,
I've
I
been,
know
like I
that.
said, I've been reading for decades, and
Is he your favorite?
he's one of my top 3. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's
He's defended Aquaman
like-
for as
For
long
years.
as I've known him.
But you should defend
season.
defend
In depth.
Aquaman from these bad movie makers.
I,
You know what I mean? Like, if you love the character, you should be angry they made a shitty, crappy movie.
wow. Tell us how you really feel, Rob. Woo. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the Star Wars movies, so I'm mad when they make a crappy one.
Yeah.
Right. So
I didn't think it was. I enjoyed it a lot.
I see.
really
I
liked
envy
it.
you that you
I really
can
liked it.
enjoy movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you go in, you sit, you watch it, you enjoy it. I just am critical the whole time. Like, I can't believe we spent $12 on
Oh,
that.
yeah, no, see,
that
I
acting
mean-
sucked. At the beginning, when they were young, you could tell it was all digital. I was like, you know what I mean?
I
When
love that
Nicole
scene when he's a little kid and he's at the aquarium and all the fish are like,
Yeah, that was.
That
a
was
great
the best
scene.
"We got your back, bro."
that was the best scene in the
Some of the
movie, but it was in the
best
trailer.
Right. Some of the best parts were when he was a little kid, not the teenage version,
Yeah.
but when he was the little kid. I thought.
You know what you guys should do? Go check because I think it's still available. There's a pilot that they did for an Aquaman TV show a few years ago. They were going to do it. It was right around the same time as Smallville came out, and they did a Aquaman pilot, and that's really good. you'll probably like that way better than you liked the movie.
I kind of liked that they did like the little
Was it with
when he
Lou
did his
Diamond
fish call.
Phillips? Oh,
Yes.
no, here we go. Wait.
Yes, Lou Diamond Phillips is in it.
He was going to be Aquaman.
No, I forgot. Actually, the guy who's Aquaman I think is a pretty famous actor now, but I'm not 100%. You know how I am with actors. I forget them.
Yes, he is. I recognized him. Yes. Justin Hartley.
Yeah, but I liked it. I was impressed with how much of the Aquaman mythos and how much of the story that they put in it. They could have easily split that into 3 different movies.
Yeah.
I mean, when he finds his mother, that's a huge story arc in and of itself, and how he goes about and finds her and goes through the trench and all that. The trench storyline is another great story arc in the comic book about the trench and how that happened.
The fish monsters.
The piranha people.
Yeah.
You probably fell
I
asleep.
think I fell asleep during that.
Oh man, that was like the best creatures.
So Justin Hartley, who was Aquaman in that TV show, is now on This Is Us. Just to say.
That's where he is.
He's the
Yeah.
dude on
Okay,
This
I
Is
knew
Us.
it. Okay.
So enough of Aquaman. Any other flicks?
Well, Superman. I mean,
Superman.
Superman.
You remember the guy with the webs?
I didn't see
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Oh, so we can't
Oh,
talk
I
you
about
put
didn't
off-
see Spider-Man.
I didn't see it because I put it off for like 2 weeks. I really was dying to see this in 3. Dying.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I avoided everything. I didn't look at anything, like, whatsoever, because I heard this is going to be, like, the best 3D ever. It was out of theaters in 3D after 2 weeks.
Really?
Like, 2 weeks, it was anywhere. It wasn't out of
I just
state.
think
It was
people
nowhere.
weren't paying the money to
I
see
was-
it in 3D.
It just killed me, and I was like, so I just, like, I was just grumpy about it, and so I just kind of haven't been out to see it yet. But I'm still
we
dying
need
to
to
see
take
it.
you, Frank.
I really
I'll
want
make
to see
you-
it
Yeah.
still. Like,
That's good.
I'm still, like, fiending
A+.
to see it because I put it off
Yeah.
that long, but...
That movie I loved.
He did.
You
He
know,
said
and I'm not, you
as
know,
soon as
I'm
it
not, I'm
ended-
no more a
So,
Spider-Man
the-
fan than I am an Aquaman fan. I just thought it was
It's just
It was a
much
good
better
movie.
film.
because in there too, there's maybe because it was a cartoon, it was more accepted. But when you talk about like the octopus playing drums,
got
and then
Spider Pig?
you've got Peter Porker.
Well,
Oh, yeah, no. But see, those...
Hey, do animals talk?
I
in this
could have lived
universe?
without that, but I guess
Well, I thought those were great. But see, I didn't know about the Super Friends thing
Yeah.
to that. So I
Yeah.
probably would have been forgiving of the octopus and the drums, knowing that.
That's what I was saying.
In the Spider-Man movie, I knew a lot more of the inside jokes, so
Yeah.
I was very receptive to them, and I loved them, and I loved the casting, and I loved the art, and I loved the story. I have no complaints other than I want another one.
I think they just won a Golden Globe this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah, they were
And
the
they
best
will
animated
win
picture. Yeah.
the Oscar for Best Animated. You heard that here.
Heard that first.
And
You heard
probably
that here.
everywhere else.
You heard that here.
But,
There you go.
Scoop.
yeah, that was fantastic.
So speaking of that, for comic fans, the newest run of Spider-Man with Miles Morales was released last month. So issue number 1 is still on stand. So
Cool.
if you like Miles in the movie, you will like him in the book. So go pick up the book.
Thought he was a great character. I did.
Yeah.
I really didn't know if I would like him. Beforehand.
A lot of us in the comic book thing, we try not to say it out loud, but a lot of us like Miles better than Peter. Because just his story, I mean, it's very similar to Peter's, but when he actually took over for Peter in his universe and everything that he's gone through since then, it just makes him a really endearing character.
More well-rounded.
So you're saying issue 1 is on the stands, but this isn't the first time.
This is issue 1 of, I believe, like volume 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he came out in the Ultimate Universe during Spider-Man, and in that Ultimate Universe, that's the universe where Peter died and Miles took over. And then there was another crossover where that universe got destroyed, but Miles survived, so he's in our universe now. So that was the second volume, and then now there's the third one.
I absolutely loved how they did that, how they explained all those different layers of the
Yeah.
different universes.
And
The,
it felt like you were watching a comic book. I mean,
Yeah,
the
the way that they
style,
did
that was my favorite thing about it. The style of the film and the animation, the way they mixed it up, and you know,
I
Very
got
different.
chills when I first saw the first few frames before I had to turn it off. I was like, "Oh my god, I
so
can't
you got
believe they're
chills,
making this movie."
and then you turned it off.
I had to because I'm like I'm
A+.
going to go see it.
Yeah.
A+.
It's like because animation, like I'm all about. Like like that's what I wanted to do. And just seeing it, and especially since it's Spider-Man, like I'm all over it. And then when I heard it was made for 3D, I was like, oh my god, I'm going to lose it. And then just even seeing that first poster with just the world flipped over and Miles just diving into it was just, it just like, it is incredible.
That was cool. That's one of the neat things about Spider-Man now, because they've incorporated the Spiderverse into the comics quite a while ago. And when you meet these different Spider-Men from different universes, they're all some type of aspect of Peter Parker. And, you know, one part of his personality that becomes more predominant in that universe compared to our universe. So it makes it really interesting to see how the character's different. And
I would have turned out otherwise.
You know, what happened to... I mean, I think, hands down, Spider-Man probably has one of the best origin stories for becoming a superhero. You know, it's the most meaningful. It's very heartwarming. And to see that played out on other worlds... I don't know. I'd have to go between him and Batman. Although I don't want to see the pearls anymore on screen. We've seen enough of Martha's pearls.
That was going to be our costume for the next con.
It was going to be. We're going to go with Martha's pearls. That's going to be our cosplay.
Oh, that's
Be a good name for a band.
Martha's pearls. There probably is
There
one
probably
like
is.
that.
Probably
Hey,
is.
if you use that, give me credit.
Yeah. But
Or at least like a cover album. That'd be pretty good.
yeah.
he can come as the dingy one. I'm the one that ended up in the gutter.
So you also saw Bumblebee, correct?
I did, yeah.
Did you
I
see that one?
Bumblebee.
No,
So we didn't
Lord
see it
have
either.
mercy.
We didn't see Bumblebee.
I'm sorry. I got stuck on the couch. There was
No, you have life. It's all right.
too many marathons on. There was a Game of Thrones marathon.
Yes,
and
we-
they showed a season per day, and I would get stuck. I would just be trying to do something, and I'd get stuck watching it, and then I'm like, well, I'm already this far into it. It ends at 6. We'll be all right.
What did we watch? Season 2, episode
Episode 6, I think,
6
just
last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going back to the beginning and watching
That's
it all over
Hopefully
again.
we'll-
Kind of what I did.
We want to be
Time out.
finished in time
Yeah.
for
Right.
when they... Yeah, and it's so much better the second time around. I mean, the first time it's, all new and the spectacle, but going back the second time and
When you
seeing
know
how
what's
things
gonna
are
happen, you're
falling
just
into
like-
Well, because you
place.
understand the characters a little better, and you just understand all the different language and everything that they're using. Whereas the first time, you're in shock with what you're seeing and the epics, battles happening, and then you're trying to keep track of all these names between the characters and the lands that they're from. So it can get a little difficult, and we often watch it with subtitles on just to help us. But as we've been rewatching, we're tracking it a lot better, and it's all coming back, and it's just fresh.
So many aha moments, that's where that happened, or that's where this process started.
Oh, I forgot that's why
Yep.
they did that. But still just as exciting, even though we kind of know what's happening.
It is.
It's
The last
still-
2 seasons, I'm still just like, I was still just as pumped. I'm just telling you, when you get back to it, it's good.
That says something if a series can hold, its viewers to go back and rewatch. Because, loved Lost. We bought every season on DVD. We have never once ourselves watched the DVDs. We've loaned them out a lot.
Oh, we have. We've watched
Okay,
it, yeah.
We haven't. We've loaned them out a bunch. So
Certain
many
seasons
friends.
I really like have
Yeah.
lost out.
But we
That's
haven't
funny.
done that yet.
Yeah.
We started yesterday watching the second series of Battlestar Galactica. Have either one of you guys watched that? The one, with
Several years back.
Edward James Olmos and
Right.
Starbucks the Lady and
Oh, yeah,
everything's all mixed up.
Yeah, the Cylons are...
Human,
Yeah.
And we enjoyed the first episode. Well, it's like there's a mini series that's all bundled into one. That's like we were watching it last night. And we're like, God, when does this end? We paused it, and it was at over an hour in, and there were still 3 hours left or something. But it's all they put the mini series all
They
in one
described it in
episode.
the first
So you got to
episode.
watch that, and then you start with
the
season
series.
1, I guess.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
but it's
We're
pretty
late to the game because what was that, 2004?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was really fun, and
Yeah, it
I
was a
want
good
to watch
watch.
more. So
Everybody said it's
Yeah.
a great series, and I loved the first one. So I'm like, why haven't I watched this yet?
I tried watching Lost in Space, but
Yeah,
We
did
tried that too, yeah.
It was okay,
We
but
didn't make it
how many
past the one.
episodes
I
did you?
didn't even finish the first episode.
Yeah, we got
He
through the
didn't.
first.
Yeah.
You fell asleep during the first episode.
I'm old.
I finished it, and I told
Rob's
him.
opinion no longer counts towards anything watchable unless he
So
stays
just-
awake.
Just ask me.
New rule.
My opinion after was I could take it or leave it. I was
Yeah.
like, if you want to go back and rewatch it, I'll come in and join you with episode 2.
Yeah.
But if you don't, then I'm fine with moving on.
Yeah.
And he was like, let's just move on.
I was excited about it.
Yeah, me
and
too.
I thought we
Got
sat
good
down to watch it,
reviews.
and like, I thought for the first episode of this new series, it was a total
Boring.
snoozer.
Yeah.
It's
It was
kind of
okay.
boring.
It's
And
like-
that's what happens when he's bored, he goes out.
Yeah. Speaking of Game of Thrones, I did watch for the third time the South Park Game of Thrones episode.
There's a South Park Game of Thrones I've never seen.
How have you
Yeah.
not seen
Oh,
it?
we got to see that.
Oh
I'll have to
my
look
god,
for that.
that is
Alright.
amazing.
Really?
Yes, Butters meets the creator of South Park and confronts him on why there's so many wieners in the show.
Oh, wow.
Why there's so much nudity.
Yes,
Nudity?
Yeah, male nudity.
That's cute.
Male full frontal nudity. I made that up. Sorry.
Well, he and
you
Ryan
know.
Murphy should get together.
that episode was funny because it's all
I had no
around.
idea it existed.
The premise is Black Friday, and they are trying to convince each other to either buy an Xbox One or PS4. So it's a battle for the game system. And oh my god, just everything. Like Cartman takes people in this old man's garden and walks through the garden to plot against them, and the old man's yelling at him from the house. It's just there's so many good things about that episode. It's
We gotta
actually a
look for
series of episodes, isn't it? Like 2 or 3?
I think it's like 2 or 3
Yeah, because
of
I
them,
think it's
yeah.
like an hour and a half long.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but you got to check that out. It's pretty funny.
We'll have to look for that.
I gotta go back and watch it again. It's
That
been
one
a
was
while.
hilarious. So.
So just to close out, did you like Bumblebee?
I did. I really did. I mean, my favorite part of Bumblebee was the first, 5-10 minutes where they're.
I'll put it in.
Earmuffs, Frankie.
Where they're on Cybertron, because that's. Oh my gosh. That was just like. I was just like, why can't they just make a movie about that? Because it was so good.
We'll probably rent it.
We haven't seen a Transformers movie since the very first one, I think.
And see, now my wife, she liked it, but she still enjoyed the first Transformers better than this one.
So maybe
So.
let's
You're
watch
good.
it when
There's
it
no
comes
more-
out to
No.
rent.
There's no more spoilers. It was just that one part. But I did enjoy it. I
So
thought it was
thumbs
really
up
good.
from you.
Oh yeah, it was good. It's probably the first Transformer movie that I've enjoyed in a long time. Although I actually did like the last two, the night ones with is that Marky Mark and the Funky
Yes.
I didn't
Wasn't he in
see.
the
I didn't
first
see
one?
the very last.
No.
one. The,
It was
the night. I saw the one before that one. The one that was like 3 hours long.
Bunch? Yeah.
From-
Who was in the very first
He
one?
was in the Indiana Jones, the fourth one. What was
Oh,
his
you're
name?
that's
Shia
Shia.
LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Shia.
I'm so over
No.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, over.
But no, this was. I think it was Transformers 4 and 5.
Yes, that had Mark.
Yeah,
Mark.
I liked those. I thought those were really good.
That was
We
good.
didn't see that.
Absolutely hated Transformers 2.
The second one was the worst.
Oh.
Easily.
I just
I think we did see that one, but I don't remember anything. And I usually remember movies, even if I didn't.
yeah,
like
I
them.
can't even. I just think it was just
Didn't
so.
like it.
There's too many crass jokes and robots talking about parts, and it's like that's not Transformers.
Nope.
That's dumb.
It was dumb.
But whatever. What do I know? I don't make movies, and plus I like Aquaman, so there you go.
I went and saw Aquaman in
I almost threw,
IMAX 3D.
I almost threw my drink at Frank because the very first thing he says to me after this movie was something about how he couldn't believe. He's like, I was like, did you like it? He's like, yeah, there's a couple things though. Like, I can't believe Mira's hair was so red. And I'm like,
Yeah.
That's your criticism.
I'm like, dude.
What? Yeah. Like,
Did you see her playing the flute?
I saw her in Justice League, and then she's got regular red hair, and then all of a sudden she goes full Ariel on us. Like it was just like it was a different character completely. When
Was
I saw
she
it,
in Justice League? I don't
yes,
even
that's where he
remember
goes
her.
and gets
That's
his.
where he goes.
That's where he
and
goes
gets,
and gets his.
And was it Amber Heard?
Same.
Yes, it was her. It
I
looks,
totally don't.
she looks
remember
completely
that.
different, and that's what kind of drove me crazy about it.
But she was underwater and it was darker.
That's a good point.
Okay. Well, and then
Everything looks different underwater. At least that's what I'm told.
Dolph Lundgren with his red hair and his. No, it just looked weird. It just looked weird.
I didn't
I
even
couldn't get
realize
past
that was
some
Dolph
of
I
Lundgren
called
for a
that.
while.
I saw
I
it right
leaned
away.
over and I go, is that Dolph Lundgren?
I just
Yeah.
wish he would have said, "I must break you."
Yeah, or something. That would have been great.
I actually didn't mind Dolph in this.
He should have said that to
No, I
the
did.
crab king. I must break you.
Okay.
Give me the butter.
There were amusing parts. Did either of you gentlemen see Bird Box?
No.
I watched parts of it.
I was
while
going to.
How do you watch
Nick,
parts of it?
because Nick and Alyssa were watching it, and I watched part of it, and I was just like, "Don't believe the hype," and I walked out.
I will say, we agree. It's a bit overrated. It's a fun movie.
Quite a bit overrated.
It's a fun movie. It is a little bit scary. It's not the scariest.
It irritated me because it was just so dumb.
If
You're not going to go blindfolded
No.
on a river.
No. If you want to
Or
see...
Oh, but you can
Outside.
play a flute on the edge of a boat.
Yeah, people do that all the time.
If you want to see a movie where they take a sense away, see A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
Or see Hush, where the chick is deaf and there's a guy trying to break into her house and she's deaf. Fantastic. Both of those movies, more so than Bird Box.
Yeah,
It's
I-
okay. It's fun,
It was.
but it's kind of like horror light.
What do you guys
Yeah.
feel about the Bird Box challenge?
Oh, that's asinine. Why do people need to do stupid things?
Because there's
To get on the interwebs and be
I guess
famous.
so. As long as they eat a Tide Pod thing before they do it.
It's just stupidity.
to pop a Tide Pod and put a blindfold on.
Yeah, there you
Vegas
go.
Toy Squad officially does not endorse eating Tide Pods
No.
Or
What
doing
you
these
talking about,
ridiculous
Ray?
or
challenges.
I just
doing
popped one before
challenges.
this show. I
Do
don't
the
know what
Vegas
you're
Toy
talking
Squad challenge and go buy a toy
Yeah. There you go. Vegas Toy Squad Challenge. Buy an action figure.
The other one...
and open it.
about. And open it.
No, don't.
Whoa. Right.
Another
That's getting carried away.
Netflix movie, Black Mirror Bandersnatch.
Oh yeah,
You guys are
Didn't
out.
Bandersnatch.
I don't watch any of
Hi-
it.
don't
Highly
Netflix?
recommend that. You don't need to know anything about Black Mirror. It's a standalone movie. It's just by that team that does the Black
They're all kind of standalone.
That's
That's
another
one.
my understanding.
Nick and
This
Alyssa did
one's-
that. That's the one you have to interact.
Yeah, it's a
Uh-huh.
choose your own adventure.
completely interactive.
Yeah. So.
Fantastic. Absolutely a thrill ride.
It's fun for a novelty.
Well, again, you could go
As fun
back
as
and
Aquaman?
rewatch it and make different choices. You know?
Yeah, for that experience, it's pretty cool.
And the
because
choices
we've never
range
done that
from like
before.
what type of cereal or what type of song he's going to listen to kill dad or walk away, chop up body, bury body. You know, those kind of choices.
Ariel Red or Candy Apple Red?
I'm not going to go there. Red clearly.
Fred's lumberjack shirt. Or Frank's.
Fred.
Sorry, Fred. Did we mention it, Fred?
Wait, speaking
No.
of this,
No. Okay.
did you see my man on the Golden Globes?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
my heart kind of broke a
I
little
know.
bit for.
They're all getting
Bill
old.
Murray. We're talking
Yeah,
about.
Bill Murray.
There are
yeah.
people who are just listening.
I
That
did
is
watch.
true,
I
yeah.
did watch that on Netflix.
What?
There's a Bill Murray documentary about all those stories that you hear in
Oh yeah.
about him, whether they're true or not, and they go out and like most
Oh,
of them,
really?
almost all of them are true. Like they prove them all, and like
Oh,
they have
wow.
like video evidence.
Oh, I
and
don't
like
know. You
it is,
gotta tell
it's
us about
amazing.
that.
It's incredible. It's just it's about why he does it and like why they think he does it, and they try to interview him and
No.
the whole. It was a fantastic
We
documentary.
have to
You'll
look
love
at
it.
that.
I'm
My
telling you,
only
if you like-
thought when seeing him, and I apologize, Mr. Murray, if you're here, with all due respect, I do love your work, but he's not going to need much makeup for Zombieland.
Ooh.
That was.
I was even gonna
That
call
was a
and
little
ask
bit
him to be on the
heavy.
podcast, and you had to go that distance.
I'm just
That
I was gonna put in for him to
Now
come
he'll
on the
never
podcast.
sit here.
I was gonna call the 800 number and request.
Well, if you feel obligated, you can buy me a fruit basket. But,
So you're saying he's not looking great.
He didn't
no,
age
I
well.
feel bad. I mean, and I know we're all going to get there at some point. So,
But some do it a little more gracefully than others.
yeah.
I think you made. Didn't you make that comment when they showed him in the audience?
Yeah.
Didn't you say Bill's not looking great?
Yeah, I was sad too. I was totally sad.
Because they are supposed to be. There's a lot of rumors that they're making another
It's been
Ghostbusters with.
Oh, Ghostbusters.
Yes,
Really?
with the original cast. Yeah, as much
Well-
of them as possible.
I think they should because the
Yeah.
reboot was not my favorite.
Oh,
No.
that movie was awesome. What are you talking about?
With the ladies? Oh, you're just saying that. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Hi, my name is Rick, and I like everything.
Yeah. Sorry. Even as a woman, I can't say that I enjoyed that one.
There was definitely parts that I laughed in that one, but
Yeah, a few. A handful.
Yeah, but it didn't have as many lines as, I'm going to buy you a fruit basket.
Was not.
No.
Cats and dogs living together.
Right.
Mass hysteria.
I'd rather watch Ghostbusters 2 again than watch the reboot.
Ghostbusters 2 is still great.
Tell them about the Twinkie, Frank.
Oh my god, I love that movie.
All right, moving on.
Oh, yeah.
So if that's
Yeah,
all you guys
January
have
2.
got, maybe
all we
it's
got.
time to
Let's do it.
liven things up, or is there anything else anybody wants to talk about?
Nope.
No, I think we can move on to whatever this...
We're going to keep this short and tight and quick.
Okay, well,
Fast
we're,
moving.
Yeah,
we're
well-
coming in at just over an
Too
hour
late for
right
that
now.
now.
Yeah, too late for that.
All right, we're getting our phones because we're going to play a game.
Oh, no.
So for those of you listening and or watching,
Or both.
or both, we've been trying to incorporate some games here and there. And this week... That's fun. That's fun. This week, the gentlemen
that a
are going
rooster?
to be doing a Family Feud style type game
Oh.
based on Star Wars. Is that something we all have in common? So what's going to happen is I'm going to ask a question, and you three are going to need to chime in. Whoever chimes in first will obviously get to give me an answer first. I am going to be looking for a number 1 answer, or at least the highest rated, because it's Family Feud style. So that means there'll be sometimes maybe 4 or maybe 8 answers that Americans have given.
Patti, show me purple lightsaber!
Yes.
So you are looking for... We have to give you the highest numbered one we can find.
Absolutely.
We can
And
come up
hopefully it's the number 1. But just remember, think like Middle America for your
right.
responses.
I would like to test my button before we start this.
Please,
game,
everyone
just to make
test your
sure.
button. Rick, let's hear your button. Perfect. Frank. Nice, the whip. All right, and you, sir?
Very traditional.
That's really what you're going to go with?
That's basic buzzer. That was the only app I could find that didn't have apps.
Although I did like the elk sound that I did before.
Yeah.
Was that an
That
elk?
It's supposedly, I
It
don't know.
sounded like
I've
it was
never-
dying.
I did,
It
yeah.
is an elk. They're terrifying. They sound like velociraptors.
Oh my God.
Wait, let's hear it again.
I hear the elk now.
They're terrifying.
Wow, all right.
Try hearing that in the dark and
All
not.
right.
no
Are you
crap
gonna be able
in
to-
yourself.
Are you going to be able to chime in fast enough?
No, I got it right here.
All right, let's try it.
Keep.
Ask us a question.
All right, here's a sample question, gentlemen. Name an object you associate with rebel troopers. Well, I saw him press, but then I heard yours. So
No,
this
I
is
heard
difficult.
Frank's first.
Did
see?
you?
Since you're right next to me, I don't know.
Well, yours starts like yours goes. It gets loud like you need something that hits you right
Well,
up front.
let's go with.
I don't know. It sounds right away.
Let's go with our answers and see who's.
All right, well,
All
you
right.
said you heard him too.
I can't remember
That's
what
what
the
I
question
thought.
was now.
I do.
Something you associate with rebel troopers, right?
Name an
X-wings.
object.
Oh.
All right, so Frank,
Mine was X-wings.
okay.
That's what my answer was.
So does anybody have anything higher? There's one answer higher than that.
Blasters.
Blaster would be the number 1 answer.
Ooh, that was going to be
So
my
I get the
first
point.
Yeah, that would.
Well, so that was
point.
just our
All
sample.
right, that was a sample.
So is everybody happy with their buzzing sounds?
Hey, if you can't hear it, then it sounds like a PJ problem.
Here,
Hey.
turn your your speaker towards her. Isn't that where? Isn't the speaker on that end?
Yeah, it's up. Yeah, it's face.
Now I got to read chicken upside down.
What was that one?
All right.
That's not
Holy-
wrong one.
Wow.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry, wrong
Everybody
one.
ready?
Oh
Jeez.
gosh,
Ready.
almost.
Name a place you could find Princess Leia. Robert,
Alderaan.
there's one answer higher. Gentlemen,
Death Star.
well, bring in.
I just
Oh,
Sorry.
Death Star.
There is an answer higher than
Ooh.
that. Rick?
Jabba's lap.
That's also on here. So those are all on here. But no, the number 1 answer was the Rebel base.
They're always evacuating those.
She's never there.
All of
They're
your
always-
answers
She's never
were
there.
on there.
She's on the Millennium. Oh, the Millennium Falcon.
So
Why
let's
didn't
see,
you
the
say
that? That would've been
highest
number
one was the Death Star. Wait, no, who said?
I said Death Star.
What did you say?
No, he said
He said Alderaan.
Alderaan was number 2, so I'll give Robert that point because that was the highest.
Pre-explosion? Or...
Yeah. I guess that's where she lived most of her life, maybe.
Okay.
Ready.
Which Star Wars character would most likely take a day off school? Rick.
Lando.
That's not even on here. Gentlemen,
Han Solo.
that's the number 1. So that goes
A
to
day off school?
They're both
Yeah.
scoundrels.
Yeah, but
I like
Lando,
your Lando answer.
America didn't pick him.
Man, they're gonna both play hooky together.
Yes.
They're
gonna
be
go
running.
gamble.
I think he talked
Exactly, they're gonna be running gambling in the
Playing
back
sabacc.
alley.
His, talk his way out of it.
This one's funny. Who is the most gullible Star Wars character? All right, Rick.
Wicket W. Warwick.
Ooh. It's a good answer, but that didn't even make it on the board. Gentlemen,
I can't.
Robert.
I have,
R2D2.
No. Gullible?
Ooh, wait, I have another answer.
My-
Frank doesn't
Frank.
answer.
Jar Jar Binks.
Number 1 answer.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. It should
I
have been.
couldn't. My button wasn't pushing. It like went to another
Oh
half.
man,
All right, guys, get your head in the game.
that little Ewok in.
What is a
very
good
gullible.
word to describe Chewbacca? Robert.
Harry.
Number 1.
Woo!
There you go.
I was gonna say.
All right.
Me too.
If that had a Chewbacca sound, I would have pushed it.
All right. Come on, guys. This levels the playing field. Name something you see a lot of in the galaxy. Frank.
Spaceships.
There's one answer higher than that. Guys, ring in. Anyone?
I have no idea.
Robert.
Stars.
Stars are
would've been
number
mine.
1.
I was gonna say that, but I'm like, that's not a Star Wars answer. Like, how can that be right?
It's,
Okay.
Star
Well,
Wars?
This is like Family Feud style.
This is, yeah, you gotta
This is
think
like,
Steve Harvey.
yeah, this is like what would I don't want to say dumb people say, but
What would Middle
Just say
America
Americans.
say?
Oh, so I'm too educated and
You're
geek.
thinking
Little
too
bit.
much.
a little
okay.
bit. You're thinking
Okay.
too hard.
Name something you might eat whilst in space.
I said blue milk. Sorry, wasn't.
Blue milk is on there, but there are 4 answers or 3 answers higher than that. So
Roasted pork.
Ooh.
where's my sound effect? No,
I think I have the best answers.
Robert.
Bantapudu.
Ew.
No, that's poop.
That's not on here. So, since none of you got it,
No
it
points.
was protein bar. But I'm going to give Frank the point because
Blue
he was
milk,
at least
blue
on
milk.
there.
You don't eat blue milk. You drink it.
Well, how thick is it? You might be eating through it like pudding.
All right,
You don't know.
Blue
do
milk
this,
pudding.
guys.
All right.
All right.
Which animal does a wampa remind you of? Robert?
A bear.
That is on there, but there are 4 answers above it. I heard the chicken.
Oh, the chicken. A Sasquatch.
Yes. There you go. So that's
wampa.
number 1.
That's number 1.
There we go.
Is that what you were going to say?
Oh,
Trying to
it
say
could have been a
Yeti.
Yeti because yeah,
I was
Yeti's
saying
white.
Yeti.
Yeti slash.
It's a
Yeti.
misconception that people believe that most Yetis are white. They're actually not. But it's a whole nother podcast.
That's another podcast.
Yes, it is.
All right. Now, okay.
Where are we at score-wise?
So far, Rick has 1, Frank has 3, Robert has 3. So we're going to do a few more. Okay?
Man.
Which Star Wars character would most likely snore? I heard the whip.
Jabba.
Okay, there's one answer that can top that.
I would say the Gamorrean guards.
Oh, they're not even on here.
Man,
Robert?
Family Feud.
Nope, that's
Oh, that-
Jabba's above.
What? How could
Chewbacca.
Oh.
So Frank gets the point.
He's literally
Darth Vader snores every
he
breath.
literally
I know.
wears one of those sleep
not
masks.
He wears a CPAP.
That's
CPAP
not
mask.
snoring. He's awake.
Oh,
Okay,
bogus.
ready?
Yes.
Name an achievement that Han Solo could brag about.
Castle Run.
That is it. Number 1 goes to Frank.
What else?
Well, he
Right.
did blow up the Death Star. Like
Now let's get a little modern. Name a place you could find Rey. Robert,
Jakku.
number 1. All right.
Is your buzzer slow?
What'd you say?
I was wondering if their buzzers are lagging. Is that...
Mine's a little late, but I'm doing okay.
All right. What would be a good way to hide yourself from Tusken Raiders on Tatooine?
Use Obi-Wan's call. The dragon call.
That's a crate dragon, actually.
Great dragon.
So,
It's
I
always-
don't know if that would hide yourself. So that's not even on here.
No.
But that was a good try. So nice work. Yes.
Hide in the rocks.
Hide behind rocks is number 5, but we got 4 answers that would top that. Rick, do you want to give it a shot?
No.
So in sand was number 1, but Robert will get that point. So Robert and Rick, you guys are tied.
How?
I mean,
No,
no, Robert and
and
Frank.
Frank, yeah.
I
Sorry.
was like, how are you
guys
getting
are
it
tied.
right? You're not even buzzing in anymore.
I know, because I'm thinking.
He's out.
I'm thinking.
All right, so let's just see if
It
we
doesn't
can
help.
get Rick to get a few more points here.
All right.
Where's the Marvel questions? I'll be like, Rob.
Yeah.
This is
Don't you have any questions about Marvel?
Dude, you've seen these. Get your head in Star Wars game. Name a Star Wars planet where you could find flowers. Rick.
Oh, shit. Oops. Dagobah. I couldn't think of the name of the planet.
Dagobah would not be an answer.
It's a swamp planet. There's flowers everywhere.
Yes.
Swamp flowers.
There are. So, yes.
You're going to say Naboo.
Naboo. Yep. Naboo,
Well, did you not see them running through that stupid field?
It was all CGI.
It was like one of my least favorite movies. Yes. It's a flower.
I'm
field
not
of
sure how to
flowers.
say this name, but I really like this question.
Oh, that was
what's-
when they were on that stupid
Yes, when they're rolling
animal.
around in the field of flowers.
Cloaking.
I
was
hated
dumb.
myself for saying that answer.
Yes, that was dumb. I forgot about
Alright.
that.
And you're making fun of me for saying it. I already hate myself enough.
What do you think Plo Koon has behind his mask?
His mouth.
That's number 4. Gentlemen?
Genitalia.
Oh, we
You guys don't even know who Plo Koon is.
Yes, he is. He's got them.
No, genitalia is not an option.
Uh,
Robert.
Bad acne.
Ooh, scars or a mark. That would be number 2. So
Woo!
pretty good. Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Wait, how does acne become scars?
Scars, mark.
Nepotism. She's giving it to him because she's
No,
married
it's like
to
some
him.
kind of boo-boo. Hey, I've been generous.
She's
I've been generous. Sasquatch wasn't even
she's
on
sweet. She's
the
triggered.
last thing. It said Yeti, but I was like, a Yeti and a Sasquatch are basically brothers. It's fine.
they're basically brothers.
She's triggered.
They're cousins.
All right. You know what?
All right. You
I
got
like this one.
3 more questions to catch up with me.
Okay,
Three more.
three more.
Ready?
Okay.
If R2-D2 ever slept, what do you think he would dream about? Whip.
C-3PO.
That's number 1, yes. That was great. Okay. This one's going to be a good one. What's a nickname for Han Solo? Robert.
Scruffy looking nerf herder.
Number 1.
Woo!
I was
Wow.
going to say hand.
That's on there. That's number 4.
And
Hand.
actually, it's on. Or is it the other way around? How does it
Guys,
fit?
Focus.
name a Jedi. Frank.
Luke Skywalker.
Okay, can you give me any above that?
I'm sure that's the one that everyone always says.
That's number 3.
Oh, really? That is number 3?
So, yes, so I'm
Hey.
looking for a number 2 or number 1.
Yoda.
Yoda's number 1. Congratulations. Rick is in the game with 2 points.
2! Deuces.
See, I went with the public on that one.
That's what I figured when you said Luke. That's why I was like, I wasn't even going to try because most people know.
Yeah.
This one's fun.
Yes.
What do you think Kylo Ren does in his spare time? I heard the whip.
Play with his lightsaber.
That's number 6.
Oh.
Okay, so anybody else want to give it a shot?
Collect My Little Ponies.
Ooh.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I think he's a brony.
He might be.
Probably.
Where's my... No. Robert?
Kylo Ren, in his spare time, what does he do?
Yes.
He hikes up his pants.
Okay, God help me. So, Frank, you're going to get that point.
Yes.
No, he talks to Vader's helmet. Guys.
Why does Frank get that point?
Why does he
Because
have
I
a
got the
nickname?
highest answer. I
He
get the
got the
highest
highest
answer.
answer.
What did he do? What was his
What is
name?
Vader's helmet? Is that a nickname for something, or is he actually talking to Vader?
Well, it might
Talks
be.
to Vader's helmet.
It's right along the
He
lines of
said-
playing
I
with his
talked to
lightsaber.
He said plays with his lightsaber, so that would work.
I Vader's helmet.
All right, so where are we at? I guess I won.
Hello,
No.
grandfather.
No?
No, actually, this is the final standing. Rick with a whopping 2.
Yay.
Robert with
Vader's
a
helmet.
killer 7. And Frank, ready? With 8.
What?
Oh. Wow,
There you
Frank
go.
wins.
Yeah, I did.
There's Frank.
I was
for the
robbed.
win. You were robbed?
That's going to be the name of my next band. Vader's helmet.
Vader's.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, well, that was very fun.
Nice gameplay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That was funny.
Vader's helmet.
All
So
right,
that's all I got.
enough with the giggling. Let's wrap this thing
All
up and
right.
get out of here.
All right. Sorry about that. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed that. I know we had fun.
That's all that matters.
And that's all that counts
That's
here
all
at
that
VTS land. But we do thank you for watching us and listening on episode 20. We will be coming at you not next week. Remember, we're going to be doing every other week.
Vegas
So-
Toy Squad has officially gone by
Oh,
Weekly.
weekly. Right?
True story.
True story.
So, yes, we're going every other week now.
Yes.
Twice
So-
a month.
And we're hoping we might have a special guest next time, but if not, we'll see what's going on. We got some things in the works. We'll always be here to give you all of our geeky knowledge that we have for you.
And where can people find us in case they forgot?
Did we say Podbean? Oh, we didn't say anything
We didn't
yet.
say anything yet. So,
Podbean, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, Google Play Music.
and
Podbean.
you said Podbean. That started it.
Facebook.
You said Facebook.
Instagram.
You said everything but
Son of a gun.
iTunes?
No.
Spotify.
Spotify.
There we
The-
go.
the
Spotify.
biggie.
And we are still waiting to hear from iHeartRadio. So
Still working
please
on it.
send out some good vibes for that.
We
Yes.
got the the Toy Con coming up in March, which will be here before you know it. Really. We're going to have a booth out there.
Yep.
So with lots of...
As it gets closer, we'll be hyping that up more.
Talk more about that. We got some other stuff coming up too. Our friends at Critical Care Comics are going to be at the McCoy's Karate Tournament January 19th. So maybe I'll shoot over there and
Well, that would be
Yeah,
cool.
do
do
some
some
little
stuff
video.
over there. Yeah. So,
but yeah, we'll have to talk about that next time.
yeah, when it goes in there next time. So
Well, actually, so no, our next time will be after that. So
Oh,
this
all right.
one's
So
going
this
to
is
air on the 11th. So yeah, we'd want to talk about what's on the 19th. Because
All right.
we'll be recording next on the 22nd.
Holy
so
mackerel.
big Taekwondo tournament coming up on the 19th from the McCoys. It's going to be at Silverado High School, and they just announced today that Critical Care will be a part of that. So they'll be there to take pictures with all the contestants
Very cool.
Fantastic.
and everything. So
That's Results Martial
results
Arts.
martial arts. Yep. So
Find them on Facebook. And
If you're in the Las
Exactly.
Vegas area, we'd love for you to come out for that.
all right. Very
anything
cool.
else
I don't
exciting
think
going
so.
on around town?
I don't think so. Not that I know of. So
No. All right.
all right. Well, we will see you next time. And we are VTS, and VTS is
Out.
out.